Hello, my name is Erin from Juniper and Oaks. I'm a crochet pattern designer. I like to use interesting stitches and textures like these to create crochet patterns for you to work up and use around your home. Today I'm going to teach you how to work up the Alpine Stitch. The Alpine Stitch here is this nice textured section right here. This is for my Juniper section, part of the Serenity Crochet Along. And I'm just going to teach you how to work up this section here. This is the Alpine Stitch section. And the Alpine Stitch isn't just one stitch, it's just a combination of double crochet, front post double crochet, and then single crochet rows back. Before we move on, if you would you please go ahead and give this video a like so that more people can find it. Comment below with whether or not you've ever worked up the Alpine Stitch before. Are you joining me with the Serenity Cow? How did you find out about this video? And what other crochet stitch tutorials would you like me to know? Let me know down in the comments below. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little bell so you're notified anytime I come out with any other yarn related content, like more stitch tutorials, designer chit chats, and other yarn related content like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started as I talk a bit more about the Alpine Stitch and teach you how to do it. You'll be alternating double crochet and front post double crochet stitches, and that'll all be worked on the right side. And then when you work the wrong side, you'll do a row of single crochets all the way across. Then when you're back on the right side, wherever you worked a double crochet, you'll now work a front post double crochet, and on the stitches where you had a front post down below, you'll work a double crochet on top. So it's really pretty simple, and I'm really excited to show you. So let's go. Now, if you're working up a swatch, you can go ahead and practice with any yarn that you're comfortable with. Here I'm using worsted weight yarn in a size H or 5mm hook. If you're just learning, go ahead and let's start together. If you're adding the Alpine Stitch like on to a different blanket, like the Serenity Cow or anything else, then skip the foundation part and go to row 1 next. Okay, so for the foundation, I'm going to do any number of single crochets. I'm going to be doing an even number here, just because I have a pattern written up with the even number, so that'll help you guys out. So even number of single crochets, that's going to be an odd number of chains. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I have 13 chains. Now I like to work in the back bump when I do my single crochets. So I'm going to flip over and find the back bump here. Working single crochets in the back bump. And that just makes that foundation row really nice and neat, and you don't get like awkward gaps in your chains. So for my foundation row, I did my 13 chains, and now I'm working up 1 single crochet in each chain, starting in the second chain from the hook, and we will get 12 single crochets. That'll just give us a nice foundation to work up our swatch. Okay, and then our 12th stitch here. Okay, so there's just our foundation row of single crochets. Now we're ready for row 1. For row 1, I'm going to chain 3 and turn. That chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and that'll be the first stitch of row 1. Now in every stitch across, I'm going to be working a double crochet. So every stitch across, you're going to work a double crochet. So at the end of this row, I'm going to have 12 double crochets, including that chain 3 at the beginning. If you prefer to start your double crochet rows off with a different kind of stitch, instead of just a chain 3, if you want to do, you know, however you like to start your double crochet rows, go ahead and do that. You don't have to do a chain 3 if you have a different method you prefer. But we're working up a double crochet in each stitch. And the last one. I should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that is row 1. Now, as I had mentioned before, row 2 will be on the wrong side. And I chain 1 and I turned. And now in every stitch across, I'm going to work a single crochet. That chain 1 and turn, and that chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so I'm going to work 12 single crochets, 1 single crochet in every stitch. And 1 on top of that turning chain. Okay, now that was the end of row 2. Now row 3, I'm going to chain 3 and turn. Now here is where we get into our Alpine stitch. As mentioned before, it is a mix between double crochet and front post double crochet. I did my chain 3 here. That counts as 1 stitch. Now in the next stitch, I'm going to work a front post double crochet, and I'm going to do that over this double crochet stitch right here. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over and work front post. So to do that, I kind of go behind the stitch and around that double crochet post. If you've ever worked a front post double crochet, that's how you do it. And that way, the post of that double crochet, or the basis of that stitch right there, is in front of your hook. Kind of hugged it from behind. Now you just work up your double crochet. Kind of pull up a loop a little bit, pull up your stitch so it matches the height of your chain 3, and then work your double crochet. Okay, now that stitch is now front post, it's kind of down below, and that stitch would be right there. So make sure we skip that one because that's our one is already accounted for. And you find the next stitch, this single crochet stitch here. You're going to work on top of that and do a double crochet. Okay. And now, since we just worked a double crochet, we're going to work a front post double crochet in the next stitch. So yarn over. This stitch has the double crochet. Go to the next stitch and work a front post double crochet. So go in and around from behind so that the front post is right here. The post is in front of your hook. Okay. Then make sure you skip that stitch right there because you've already worked it. And in the next stitch, do a double crochet. Okay, and then you alternate that all the way around. So in the next stitch, we're going to do a front post around that double crochet down below. Make sure you kind of pull the stitch up to the height that you need it to be. And then in the next stitch, double crochet. Then a front post double crochet. Then a double. The next. Then a front post, double. And now this last stitch, I still work it like a front post double, like that. Or if you want to work the last one just as a regular double crochet in that last stitch, you can do it that way as well. Okay. But what I like to do is just work that last one up as a front post around the end. Okay, then we're going to chain one and turn. Now this is the wrong side of a work. Here you can already see that Alpine stitch, those raised bumps coming up on the front side, but then on the back side, on the wrong side, it's just a much more flatter texture. So you're going to work a single crochet in each stitch across on the wrong side. For this pattern, the even numbered rows are the wrong side, and the odd numbered rows are the right side. Single crochet in each stitch all the way across. Okay, then at the end of that row, you're going to chain 3 and turn. And now we're going to continue doing the similar thing. In this first stitch here, we did a front post double crochet. Anytime you have your front post, you're going to work a double crochet on top of that one. Okay, so we start with double crochet. And now here's the double crochet from the row down below, and that's where you're going to work your front post double crochet. So in this way, we're going to alternate. And the next one, we're going to do double crochet. If you forget that, you'll just know that here you have a front post double. So on top of that, you're just going to work a regular double. Now here you have a regular double, so you're going to work a front post on that stitch. Oops, I lost my yarn there. Okay, and then just alternate. Double crochet and a front post, double crochet, double, and a front post double, double, front post double, and then double crochet for that last stitch right there. Okay, this is row 6, and you're going to work chain 1 and single crochet all the way. Okay, here we are, start of the next row. What is that row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, row 7. I did a chain 3, which counted as a first stitch. And now we know how to do the next one because this one is just a double crochet. So we're going to work a front post around that stitch. So no matter what your stitch count is, you'll just always know what stitch to work, because like I said, you work the double crochets on top of front post double crochet and front post over the doubles. Okay, so that was a front post. The next stitch is going to be a double. And then a front post and a double. front post, then a double, then a front post, and a double, did I skip a stitch somewhere? And ending it off front post over that way. Okay, so that is how you work up the Alpine stitch, remembering that the stitch texture is on the right side of the work, and then on the wrong side we're just doing single crochet all the way back just to get back to the right side of our work. And just continue on in that manner for the rest of your project. Okay, that is how you work up the Alpine stitch. Please let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this. I would love to answer and help you out, make sure that you understand what you are doing with the Alpine stitch. If you haven't already, please like this video so that more people can find it. And definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you learned something, great, please subscribe and then hit that little bell so you're notified anytime I come out with any other yarn related content. Thank you so much for joining my crochet community on here. You guys are the best. I will see you next time. Bye.